What we have experienced since 1980 is an acceleration in automation and a sharp slowdown in worker-friendly innovations. Put simply, the technological portfolio of the American economy has become much less balanced, and in a way that's highly detrimental to workers and especially to low education workers.
If you go back in time and you look at the 1920 census, we see 221,000 blacksmiths, we see 79,000 shoemakers. So that the nature of work is changing significantly as technology is infused in our daily lives.
Automation without strategic intervention will increase the skills gap, the wage gap, and the economic inequality in the United States. Black and Latino communities will face unique challenges in labor transitions as a result of automation.
Could you elaborate a little bit on why you believe people of color are particularly susceptible to being adversely impacted by this automation?
Black and Latino workers account for 13% and 18% respectively of the U.S. labor force, but are overrepresented in jobs with a high automation risk score. That is a significant risk of being changed or eliminated as a result of automation.
How do we best adapt? How do we offer that opportunity for skills training and education in a way that prepares the future workforce based on the needs?
We do need a life cycle approach to human capital development. It's not enough to think about this strictly in terms of training for adults or retraining for adults. We need to be thinking about the formation of human capital from the beginning of life.
When we moved from the agricultural economy to the industrial age, we invented the high school so that there was common learning across the country. And now we need to develop the adult learning system.
The U.S. tax system has also encouraged excessive automation. We impose an effective tax rate of over 25% on labor, but close to zero taxes on software and equipment used for automation. Companies can save money when they install machinery to do the same jobs as workers and lay off their employees.
The jobs of the future will be decidedly human. And as we automate some of the routine tasks, as we automate some of the repetitive tasks, we allow workers to focus on much more human-centric work.
The irrefutable historical reality for 240 years in this country has been that American prosperity has always been some kind of joint venture, some kind of partnership between the public sector and the private sector. I often will wave this personal digital assistant, this phone around as evidence of the fact that prosperity comes from, yes, the remarkable innovations and commercialization of the private sector, but as I say to school children, everything that is cool about this device came out of government R&D.
This hearing in particular is about the impact of automation and technology on workers. Like anything, it presents both risks and opportunities. We should embrace opportunity, leverage American capitalism, and help more workers move forward with careers, not just jobs.
We have an enormous opportunity to do better than we did in 2009 when we came back from the Great Recession, where we made a lot of investments that did not result for workers in better jobs and better equity. And we have the opportunity coming out of the COVID economy to create a much more equitable economic environment for all Americans.
I had the opportunity to visit a BMW plant in Munich. This plant was hundreds and hundreds of meters of robots producing BMWs. And what struck me most about that, apart from the visual, was the fact that the executives at the BMW plant told me that despite not really seeing anybody on the factory floor, more people were employed at BMW after that automation than beforehand.
It is clear that the experience of automation is different for workers that are unionized versus those that are not. Those that are able to exercise their collective bargaining rights are better able to negotiate the transition in automation. If we tell a story that is primarily about something like the skills gap, we are saying that policy's primary role is fostering skill development as opposed to reining in corporate power and boosting the power that workers have in our economy.